It was the day before the biggest event of the year at North Valley High School final exams. But these weren't just any exams. These exams determined who would be awarded the prestigious Golden Scholar Medal given to the top student. The medal was a huge deal, with an award ceremony and even a scholarship for the winner. Everyone was buzzing about the exams when an announcement came over the loudspeaker. Attention, students! The final exam papers for all grades have been stolen from the principal's office. If anyone has information, please come forward immediately. Alex, the school's unofficial detective, sat up straighter in his chair. Stolen exam papers? This was no ordinary prank. Someone must have taken them for a reason. If the exam papers weren't found, the Golden Scholar Medal wouldn't be awarded this year. Alex knew he had to solve this before time ran out. That afternoon, Alex headed to the principal's office where the theft had taken place. The door had been forced open, and the cabinet where the exam papers were kept was empty. There were no security cameras, and the custodian said they didn't see anything unusual the night before. But Alex noticed something small, a footprint, smeared with red paint just outside the door. It was a clue, and he was going to follow it. Alex started by making a list of suspects who had something to gain from stealing the exam papers. The first person that came to mind was Nathan, the second best student in the school, and always desperate to beat Emily, the school's top student and the front-runner for the Golden Scholar Medal. If the exam papers were stolen, Nathan wouldn't have to compete. Then there was Jenna, the popular girl who didn't care about exams at all, but loved to stir up trouble. Maybe she stole the papers just for the thrill of it, or to get out of taking the test. And finally, there was Mr. Roberts, the math teacher who was rumored to be under pressure from the school board. If the exam papers disappeared, there wouldn't be a test, and he wouldn't have to deal with the stress of students failing. Alex decided to start with Nathan. After school, he found Nathan alone in the library, poring over his notes. Alex sat down next to him, casually. "Heard about the stolen exam papers?" Alex asked. Nathan's face darkened. "Yeah, it's a disaster. Now I might never get the chance to win that scholarship." Alex narrowed his eyes. Nathan seemed nervous, and his hands kept twitching. Was it because he was guilty, or was he just worried? "You think anyone would steal them just to get ahead?" Alex asked, testing him. Nathan hesitated. "I don't know. But if they don't find those exams soon, the whole year's ruined." Nathan didn't confess, but Alex wasn't done. He headed to the art room next, following up on the red paint clue. As he walked inside, he noticed a row of paint cans on the floor. One of them had recently spilled bright red paint splattered across the floor and near the doorway. Alex bent down to examine the spill and found a set of shoe prints leading toward the door. They matched the footprint from the crime scene. Suddenly, someone stepped into the room. It was Jenna wearing a smirk. "Looking for something?" she asked, leaning against the door frame. "Just following a clue," Alex replied calmly. He glanced at her shoes. "They are clean, with no paint on them." Jenna chuckled. "If you think I did it, you're wasting your time." "Why would I care about exam papers?" "To cause chaos," Alex suggested. Jenna shrugged. "Maybe. But that wasn't me this time." Alex could tell Jenna wasn't lying. She loved drama, but stealing exam papers didn't seem like her style. Still, the red paint was a lead, and someone had tracked it from here to the principal's office. But who? The next day, as Alex was about to give up on the paint clue, he found something slipped into his locker. A folded note. He opened it and saw a single sentence: "Meet me behind the gym after school." The handwriting was sloppy, and there was no name. It could be a trap, but Alex had to find out what this was about. After school, Alex went to the gym, where a figure was waiting in the shadows. It was Emily, the top student, the one who had the most to lose if the exam papers weren't found. "You wanted to meet?" Alex asked. Emily looked around nervously. "I didn't know who else to trust. I think someone's trying to sabotage me." "Sabotage? You mean the stolen exam papers?" Alex asked, surprised. Emily nodded quickly. "I saw Nathan sneaking out of the principal's office the night the papers were stolen." Alex's eyes widened. "Why didn't you say anything?" "Because no one would believe me. Everyone thinks I'm the teacher's favorite, and Nathan, well, he always wants to beat me. But I don't have any proof. I can't accuse him without ruining my own chances." This was huge. Nathan had been at the scene of the crime. But was Emily telling the truth, or was she trying to frame him? Alex needed to be sure. He decided to confront Nathan directly. He found him after school, nervously pacing in the library. When Nathan saw Alex, he froze. "I know you were seen leaving the principal's office the night of the theft," Alex said. Nathan's face turned pale. I didn't steal the exam papers." "Then why were you there?" Alex asked, crossing his arms. Nathan looked down, embarrassed. I saw the door was open, and I thought if I could look at the exam questions, I could prepare better. But when I got there, the papers were already gone." I swear, Alex could tell Nathan wasn't lying. He was too scared to have pulled off a scheme like this. So if Nathan wasn't the thief, then who was? Suddenly, it hit Alex. There was one person who could have easily stolen the papers and covered their tracks. Someone who had access to the art room and could leave red paint footprints without drawing suspicion. Mr. Roberts. Alex rushed to the school's art room, where Mr. Roberts was preparing for his next class. The math teacher looked surprised to see him. "Alex, what brings you here?" Mr. Roberts asked, raising an eyebrow. "I know you stole the exam papers," Alex said firmly. Mr. Roberts chuckled. "That's a serious accusation. You left a trail of red paint footprints from the art room to the principal's office, and you've been under pressure from the school board. You didn't want students failing the final exams, so you stole them to make sure there wouldn't be a test." Mr. Roberts' smile faded. He sighed, rubbing his forehead. "You're right. I didn't mean for it to get out of hand. I couldn't handle the pressure anymore. If too many students failed, my job would be on the line." "But why didn't you just admit the papers were gone?" Alex asked. Mr. Roberts looked defeated. "Because I was afraid of what would happen if people found out. I thought I could just keep the papers hidden until it all blew over." Alex stepped back. "You need to turn them in. The students deserve a fair chance." The next day, the missing exam papers were returned, and Mr. Roberts quietly resigned from his position. The students sat for their exams, and Emily won the Golden Scholar Medal after all. As for Alex, the mystery was solved, and he knew one thing for sure: North Valley High School would always have another secret waiting to be uncovered.